Alright guys, so before I go on to teach how to pair multiple edges at a time, I'd like to just briefly review how the beginner's method works. What we're doing in the beginner's method is we're only pairing up two edge pieces. Here we have two blue-white edge pieces. So we would pair it up, and then we would replace it with an unmatched pair so that we can twist the centers back and not break up that newly matched pair. So now we have one newly matched pair, and that's the way the beginner's method works. You do that step by step. However, for the advanced method, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be able to, instead of turning the centers back every time, we're going to be able to set it up so that when we turn them to twist it out of alignment, we're going to be making 3 edge pairs, and then when we twist it back, we're going to be making another 3. So that's a total of 6 edge pairs completed with just one slice of the cube. Alright, so what we want to do is basically, first of all, we want to set it up. I'm going to show you how exactly it's going to work with just 2 pairs, and then I'll go on to show you 6. So we already have this one here. So if we look at the piece down here, the pieces in the bottom 2 layers are not going to be turned when you're matching up the pieces, because we're twisting the top faces towards the bottom faces. So you could see that these pieces are remaining stationary. So what that means is that if I twist this out of alignment and then I replace this newly matched pair with a pair that has the other blue-red piece here, that means when I twist the centers back, it will also form a blue-red pair. So let me show you exactly how you would go about doing that. So before you match it up, you have to find that blue-red pair, the blue-red piece. If we look around the cube, the other blue-red piece is down here. So what you would do is you want to get it in the top layer, if you can. So now it's over here. So now what we would do is we would match it up, and now we want the top piece here to be this blue piece, the blue-red edge piece. So what we would do is we would basically lift it up out of the way, bring this around, and then put that down. So that when we bring the centers back now, we'll also form a blue-red pair. So let me do that again real quick. So here we have the blue-white and the blue-white. We have the other piece here. So when we twist it and match that, we could bring this piece around. Another way that you can replace it, instead of lifting this up and then switching it out, what you could do is you could bring it here, and then you want this piece to be here. But you see, you can't just put it like that and twist it back, because these centers have to be horizontal. So what you need to do is you bring this down here and kick it out. Since this is now horizontal, we want to keep it like that, but we want to fix this one. So once you kick it out, watch the centers, you kick it out and you bring it down. Then you fix these centers, and then you would fix these centers, and then you'll see that preserves the orientation of these 2 pieces. And then we could switch it back. And then we form that. Okay, so to do more advanced edge pairing, you're going to need to create what's called a build ring, in which you place edge pieces around the cube so that when you twist it, you get a few edge pairs. And then when you twist it back, you're going to be replacing it with pieces so that they also create edge pairs. And now I'm going to show you how to do that. Alright guys, so in order to match up 6 edge pairs at a time, what we need to do is to create the build ring. So you might be asking what the build ring is. The build ring is basically edge pieces which we're going to align in the middle 2 layers here all the way around the cube. We're going to be matching 3 edge pairs. So when we slice the centers, we're going to have 3 newly matched edge pairs instead of just 1 or 2 as in the beginner method. So right now we have one. I have a green-white piece, and I have another green-white piece here. When we twist the top two centers to match these green-white pieces, you'll see that this piece here is going to also go to the right. So this one will match up with this one, and this piece, the blue-yellow piece, is going to come over here. So if we can get the other blue-yellow piece to be here, when we twist it, we're going to make another newly matched pair. So that's how we basically create the build ring. We just line them up, 3 in a row, basically. So we have one. Where's the other yellow-blue piece now? So we look around the cube, and the other yellow-blue piece is over here. So if we basically just turn this all the way around, it will be aligned. You're not going to be able to match them up like that all the way around the cube because it's going to eventually interfere with the first one. So we have one edge pair here, we have another here, and we could do one more. So it is the purple-white piece. Where's the other purple-white piece? It's right here. So we basically just need to align it. So if this piece needs to go over here, what we can do is we can twist it down, bring it up, and then twist it back. And as you'll see, these pieces are now in the build ring. So we have one edge pair ready to be aligned, 2, and 3. So now what we do is we go to the first one and we bring it over. We basically just slice the centers like we would to match up the edge pairs. When we do that, you'll see we have 1, 2, and 3. There is basically only one edge pair open here that is not going to be matched. Okay, so now what we need to do is once we have them aligned and matched, we want to get them out of the way so we can keep them the way they are. We don't want to lose these pieces which we just aligned. So we're going to be bringing these centers back this way. We're going to be bringing blue back to blue, yellow back to yellow, and so forth. So, as you'll see, this piece is going to go here when we do that. So if we can get the other yellow-red piece to be here on the bottom, that means that this will match up with that piece. So if we could find that piece, which is right here. So because this is on the top here, it's in the upper inside layer, we want this piece to be in the inner down layer. So we need it to be here. So as you'll see, it is in the inner down layer here, so if we can get it to be here, that will be fine. It will be in the build ring. So we bring it here, and then we bring this piece up. Now you'll see they're opposite, but they're not in the build ring. The build ring is going in this direction. So we have to fix the centers by twisting it down, and now these pieces are in the build ring. And as you'll see, that newly matched pair is in the top layer. So now this is going to be brought this way. So we have one, and then we have the blue-white piece. Well, where's the other blue-white piece? The other blue-white piece is here. So to get it in the build ring, we need it in the layer here. So what we can do is, we basically do the same thing. We bring it here, we can bring this up, and then we realign the centers so that these pieces are now in the build ring. Then we have one more. So it is the green-yellow piece. Where is the other green-yellow piece? The other green-yellow piece is already in the build ring, as you'll see, but it's on the opposite side. So what we do is we basically just kick this piece out and replace it with any unmatched pair. And now you'll see when we bring these centers back, these two pieces will be aligned, and you basically haven't lost anything by doing that. You'll have a piece ready now to be matched up. And as you'll see, we should now have 6 edge pairs which have been matched. So I hope that helped you out in getting a little bit quicker at the 4x4 cube. It's slightly different for the 5x5 cube, but you should be able to pick it up with that as well.